Hey guys, Samuel7 here, and today doing a video on Apex Ranked. So I don't know if I've done more of an in-depth video or like discussion on Ranked and Apex at all. I know that in my like videos for the new seasons or whatever, I feel like I've definitely mentioned it and maybe talked about it a little bit, but only in passing. I haven't really put too much focus on it, and that's because I haven't really done that in the game either. Like I just have not played that much Ranked. In Apex, maybe a little bit here or there in like the lower ranks just to try it out, but never really pushed my limits and tried to grind it out, see how high I could get, and really sink my teeth into the gameplay and see how it is. So end of this season, I was getting to the point with this season where it was like it just didn't really, I don't know, it just wasn't really holding my interest as much. I was really enjoying season 4, maybe the most out of any season for like the beginning of it and like the mid half, but at this point I was just getting to a point where I wasn't having as much fun with it, and I wanted to mix things up a little bit. So that's what I decided to do here, mix things up and play some Ranked and go for the pred grind. So, and that's what we're doing on stream if you guys want to watch that. All the highs and lows, can catch all of it going for that highest rank Apex Predator. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And we have about I think it's 19 days now as of when I'm uploading this. I think it'll be 19 days left to do it. And right now, you can see in this video, we're at Diamond 4. I think we're like 250, like 300 RP away from Diamond 3. And I think our current RP is like 7,600 around there, around like 7,500 to 7,000, around like right there. And that's all in maybe a week's grind, maybe a little less than a week, because we definitely did not get to play every day. So maybe like I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 days grind, something like that, like 4 or 5 days of actually trying. And this is I think Matt started at bronze. I think I started at like silver 2 or something like that. So we're starting pretty fresh here, and making that grind in just a few days. We're already at Diamond 4. And the progression's starting to slow down a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit more difficult, but we're still progressing. We had a rough end to this session, but I think we still gained 350 RP, something like that overall, which is still pretty good. Obviously would have liked to have gained more. We had a really strong start, multiple wins on the start, and then we just slowed down a lot, which is unfortunate, but we still did enough to gain quite a bit RP overall, and if we're gaining that much every day, I think we'll be fine. But yeah, so 19 days left for us to make it. I think Apex Pred is around like by the time the end of the season hits, it'll probably be around like 11,000. If you guys don't know how it works, the top rank is Apex Predator, and it's just the top 500 players. That is what it is. So like the amount of RP it takes to get to Apex Pred varies, of course. That top 500 is going to be different. It's going to be different every season, so it varies on how much RP you're going to need to get into Pred, and it varies quite a bit too. Like within Pred, like some of the higher players in Pred clearly play the game a lot and have a lot of RP, mostly because of that, I would say, and are pretty far ahead because of that. And then you have like the lower level Pred players where maybe they don't get to grind the game as much as those higher level players, but they're still good enough to get to that point, is kind of how I would put it. But yeah, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to hit Pred. We're going to need probably around 11,000. Right now it's 10,500. It won't stay there. We'll probably need around 11,000. I'm going to say 11,000, 11,500 RP by the end of the season. And again, we're at 7,600 right now. And yeah, we need to make that climb in about 19 days. So if you want to watch it on Twitch, we'll be going through it, and it should be pretty fun. Highs, lows, figuring everything out, going through the ranked, and learning the ranked. It's a lot different than regular Apex, so a lot of learning and a lot of, like I said, highs and lows. And when we get those wins, it gets pretty hype, but there's also some frustrating moments for sure. So should be fun to watch. But anyways, so after playing ranked, and of course haven't reached our goal yet, but played it enough in these last few days to get like a good opinion on it. And these are some things that I would like to see. Well, it's mainly like one thing that affects a lot of other aspects of it that I would like to see changed. So I think my biggest issue with ranked is, I'm just going to give an example here first. Had this one game where we just absolutely went off. I think it was like we were in like gold and plat or something like that. So still like, you know, average to above average players, but not as hard as our like diamond lobbies where we're literally playing against all of the top end. But yeah, so it was like a gold or plat game. It was me and Matt, and we were the ones that are making the pred grind. We were playing with Justin too because he was on. Definitely not making the pred grind with him. I don't think that's possible. But he was on, so we were playing with him at the time, just so we had like a teammate to communicate with. Anyways, so we're playing this game, and we had an absolutely insane game. Like it was kind of similar to this session in a way, where we started off really rough. Like we just started off super poorly, and yeah, it was just not. Or sorry, I meant wrong way. We started off really hot. We had like a good couple wins, like couple top fives, and then it just got really bad in the middle. That's what I meant to say. It got really bad in the middle. We did start off hot. So start off hot, get really bad in the middle, the progression starts to slow, everybody's getting a little bit frustrated, and we're all like working on things here and there, trying to improve game by game still, while dealing with all this frustration and trying to improve at the same time, trying to get better, and trying to figure out what we're doing wrong and how we could work better as a team and stuff like that, while we're trying to get these better games and get back to where we were, because we were winning games at the start. So we do all that, and we're getting like better. We start at a certain point to get better and better. We're not quite winning, but we're getting better and better, getting better placements. We're getting positive RP every game. And then this last game we played, we just absolutely pop off. We popped 30 kills as a squad. I had 20 on my own. We popped 30 kills as a squad in a ranked lobby. Wipe half the lobby. I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous. Probably the best ranked game that us as a unit have ever played. We were just on point that game. The way we were pushing, the way we were calming, like everything was really good. Everything was really good. We were flowing. And yeah, we just had a solid game, insane performance. And it felt really good. And then that game ended, and it was like, you know what? If we had gotten 5 kills as a squad and assisted each other, we would have gotten the same RP as we did if we got 30 kills as a squad and won. Like, so if you're unaware of how it works, this is how it works. So I don't know exactly what the points are on exactly like which placements, but essentially like placements give you points. It's something like maybe like top 15 gives you a little bit, top 10 gives you a little bit, top 6, top 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that. It's something along those lines. Point is you get points for placement, and those points are set. Like you don't get better points for placing higher in better lobbies or anything like that. Like you get the same amount of points for placing at every rank. Now it looks different because at every rank in Apex you have to sacrifice some RP to enter into the game. So like I think at bronze it doesn't sacrifice any, you're just pure gains, and then I think at silver it's like a little bit, it's like 8 RP or something like that. You start games with like -8, something like that, and then it just grows and grows and grows. And at these diamond games I'm starting with -48 RP per game, and that's like the risk with the ranked play, is that you start with that negative RP and you could lose RP, and you can derank too. You can actually derank. So you start with that negative RP, you could derank, and you have to play through the game, and you have to get to the point where you get that positive RP, and you have to keep that positive RP rolling to rank up. And each rank has a different amount of RP that you need. It depends, and it scales up. As you go on. But as far as like the point scale goes, in terms of how many you can earn, the kills that you get in a bronze lobby are going to be the same amount of points as the kills that you get in a diamond lobby. Same thing goes for the placements. It just looks different because of that negative RP going in, right? So it looks different in the top right, but it's really the same amount of points. You just have that extra like ticket cost, like entry cost going in. So it makes it look different, but really if you look at the points, you're getting the same amount of points. Now, I think it's an idea they could mess around with. I don't necessarily think they should scale the RP up for like the higher ranks, because that kind of gets rid of the point of like the negative RP thing. I think that's fine. What I do think they should do, I might have forgot to mention this. Another thing too is like that's how the placements work. You get the points for those placements. As far as kills go, you just get 5. So like 5 kills, 5 assists. It could be 3 kills, 2 assists, whatever. It adds up to 5. If you get 5 total kills and assists combined, that is all the points that you're getting for kills and assists. That is it. Again, you could have 1 kill, 4 assists, 3 kills, 2 assists, 2 kills, 3 assists, whatever. 5 kills, no assists. If you get to 5 combined there, that's all you're getting. And there is a multiplier, so the placement helps you out here too. I think the higher you place, the higher your multiplier goes as well. So even your placements will help out your kill score in a way with that multiplier. You can see it there in the top right, like the times 12. I think that'll go up the higher we get placed here. Now I have a problem with this. Again, it really deflates those games where you can clear out lobbies. And again, if you're a team that's like good at killing teams, it doesn't really help you. You know what I mean? It doesn't really help. Like, in a way, it helps in the sense that, like, oh, if you're cleaning out lobbies, it'll be easier to get placements. Right, I get that. But still, I think that if you're a team that's good enough to get all these kills, and you're stacking that every lot, I think you should get rewarded for that. Because there's a lot of games we have where we'll lose and we'll get like 5th, but we'll have like 15, 20 kills, which is a lot, and it's probably a lot more than the rest of the teams that are left in the lobby. I would imagine, with the way math works, like it's a lot, and it's kind of frustrating that doesn't really add up, and it makes it to the point where people don't seem to be ranked properly. There are people that are in our diamond lobbies that we just roll over, and I'm like, damn, those guys weren't very good. And it's like, oh, it's because they just play for placement. And it's not that hard to play for placement. I think they should put more emphasis on kills. Don't get me wrong, I am fine with there being a big buff for placement, and fine with there being a big buff for winning. I think there's a perfectly fine amount of RP handed out right now for placement. I just don't think that there's enough RP handed out for kills, is what I think it is. I think the balance is off. And what it leads to is a lot of these lobbies we play, so many people just do not take fights, and they just run and run and run and run and run. And why should they? You know what I mean? If they could just stay alive, increase their chances of getting that placement, why should they take fights? And it doesn't lead to being very fun. I still enjoy it. I like competitive gameplay. I like the ranked action. I think it's fun. But I think it could be a lot more fun if there was that extra incentive on kills, because a lot of people, a lot of teams know that all they need to do is like team fight a couple teams at the end to get the win, and they'll get max RP. You know what I mean? If there's like 2 other teams of 6 at the end, and you team shot, you get assists on each other, you can get those 5 pretty easily at the end, and you know, maybe you win a fight in the beginning of the game, so you already have like 2 or 3 kills, assists for everybody going in. Like, it's not that hard to play like an absolute freaking just to not take any fights and to play super scared the entire game, and then, you know, get a couple pickoffs at the end, win the game, and get max RP. And max RP, I think, does not go right now because of that to the teams, the players that are the best. Because again, a lot of third partying in this game, a lot of rotations, a lot of RNG that plays a big role. And because of that, factored in with the fact that the kills don't matter that much, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, a lot of these games, you can get high kills, but you just get screwed on a rotation, and you don't get anything for it. You don't get anything for it. It doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel very rewarding, and I really do not like how the kill rewards are right now. That is the biggest thing that I would like to see them change, and I think that it would change the other thing that I don't like about it, which is, again, the pace. I don't like how scared people play this, even like in the beginning of the game. It just frustrates me. I don't really like the pace of gameplay in ranked, and I think that if kills were incentivized a bit more than they are right now, I don't think it would fix it. I think people still would play pretty slow, but I think you'd have a good amount of teams that are on that cusp of being able to get those extra kills that may raise their intensity of play a bit. If given the opportunity to get those extra points for those kills, to actually get like rewarded for those kills. So again, that's what I would like to see. I would like to see an adjustment on the kill rewards. That's my biggest issue with ranked right now. Other than that, I enjoy ranked, and I think that like the system is mostly good. I just think that it could be a lot more fun, and I think that the having the limit on the kills benefiting you is just kind of lame. It's just kind of like, if you can get the kills, you know what I mean? If you're a team that's good enough to get those extra kills, I feel like, why not just let them go for it? You know what I mean? Why not just let them go for it and get those extra points, and put people in a more realistic spot on the leaderboards where they actually should be at? So yeah, that's kind of my frustration with it. If they change that, I think I would enjoy ranked a lot more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's my biggest issue there. And I think it would improve things a lot. And another benefit of it too is that it would also help you if you're a team that like takes a season off or something like that, and you start off in a rank that you definitely don't deserve to be at, and you're just rolling lobbies in that rank. You get out of that rank quicker. You know what I mean? You get those extra kill points. You're getting out of that rank quicker. You're getting to where you should be a lot faster, and that's good for those teams that actually should be in that rank, because they're going to be getting cheesed by players, by a team that shouldn't even be in there, that should just be accelerated out of there as quickly as possible. But their potential of getting out there is limited, so they have to stay in there for that certain amount of time. You know what I mean? Like, they're limited on how fast they can get out of that rank. which makes things kind of lame for the players that are actually in the rank they deserve to be in. But anyways, pretty good game here. This is one of the games that we won, and it was a pretty solid game rotation-wise. I thought we overall, definitely a few mistakes here and there, but overall we played really well and good enough to get the win. And we have been winning games in these diamond lobbies. It's gotten rougher, but we're still getting 3 to 5 wins every time, and we're playing against Preds a lot of the time. So still feeling pretty good about our chances of getting to Pred, and we're just going to keep improving and keep working on it. Let me know what you guys think about ranked and my idea on the kills and why I think it should be incentivized a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch our ranked quest on Twitch, and see you next time.